They love you when the speakers shake, but who stays when the whole room goes silent? My brother stayed. No brother in the dark, no soldier left alone. When the rain starts falling, we both make it home. No brother in the dark, that's the law that we keep. If the city takes your strength, you can borrow mine to breathe. Bring 'em home. Bring 'em home. We came out the warehouse with dust on the coat, writing 16 bars just to keep hope afloat. One microphone, 2 men, no heat in the room. Still we rap like the whole underground was in bloom. Promoter said wait, record label said change. Said the truth and our voice was too rough and too strange. But you looked at me calm, said we built this from pain. If they clean up the scars, they erase why we came. So we stayed independent with the rent overdue. Pressed tapes through the night till the sunlight broke through. Sold them hand to hand by the train station gate. Every no made the bond in our backbone more straight. Then the street got jealous, started testing the trust. Putting rumors in the air, putting names in the dust. But a lie cannot live where two brothers speak plain. We sat face to face and cut betrayal from the chain. No brother in the dark, no soldier left alone. When the rain starts falling, we both make it home. No brother in the dark, that's the law that we keep. If the city takes your strength, you can borrow mine to breathe. I remember that night when the blue light spun. You could've saved yourself, but you refused to run. You stood at my side while the whole block stared. Not because I was right, but because you still cared. Later you told me, brother, you were wrong in that fight. Real loyalty speaks when the truth cuts right. A fake friend agrees while you walk to the grave. A real brother pulls you from the choices you made. That lesson stayed heavy when the fame came near. When the champagne arrived and the snakes appeared. They praised every record, tried to separate the team. Tried to turn brotherhood to a marketing scheme. But we know every bruise underneath these clothes. Every friend who switched, every door that closed. So the deal means nothing if it breaks our code. I would rather stay underground and walk rich alone. Who held the line? My brother. Who shared the weight? My brother. Who told the truth when the whole world lied? My brother stayed right by my side. Gets tired, I will finish the rhyme. When my judgment gets clouded, you will give me the sign. When the crowd chooses one, we will both step away. Because the bomb matters more than the price they can pay. We are not perfect men, we have blood on the past. But the code that we carry was designed to last. Through the cold industrial roads where the lost shadows roam. No brother in the dark, we both make it home. No brother in the dark, no soldier left alone. When the rain starts falling, we both make it home. No brother in the dark, that's the law that we keep. If the city takes your strength, you can borrow mine to breathe. The world may know the music, only we know the cost. Same block brothers, follow the code. Never leave one alone. Same block brothers, follow the code. Through the rain, we carry the load. Same scars, same road. Yeah. For my brothers. Came from the basement where the cold wind blew. One plate on the table, had to split it in two. Different blood in our veins, but the struggle was shared. When the whole world vanished, you were already there. Old shoes on our feet, big plans in our heads. Made a promise to rise while we slept without beds. Every door stayed locked, every street felt rough. But we stood side by side when the nights got tough. You covered my back when the trouble came near. I can't carried your pain when you buried your fear. Never counted the favors, never asked for a price. Real brothers give everything, no thinking twice. Now the city knows our names, but we still move low. Same men from the pavement, still protecting the code. Hold the code. Same block, same scars, never leave your brother cold. Never fold, never fold. Never leave your brother cold. Stand your ground, don't run, stand your ground. Blood ain't the reason that we call you family. Stand your ground, don't run, stand your ground. When the darkness comes, you can depend on me. Yeah. Midnight in the Chevy, passing streets we knew. Every wall holds a story of what we went through. Some brothers chased money, then they lost their soul. Some remained in the shadows, still defending the goal. We had fights, held grudges, let the silence grow. But the bond made in hunger's too deep to let go. When your mother got sick, every brother came through. No cameras in the room, only loyalty true. When I nearly gave up, you reminded me why. Said the man ain't defeated just because he may cry. Now the table has food and the engine runs clean, but I still see the hunger in the old movie scenes. Let the whole world change, let the cold winds blow. I will stand with my brothers till the wheels move slow. Hold the cold. Same block, same scars, never leave your brother cold. Never fold, never fold. Never leave your brother cold. Stand your ground, don't run, stand your ground. Blood ain't the reason that we call you family. Stand your ground, don't run, stand your ground. When the darkness comes, you can depend on me. For the brothers underground who never got a name. For the ones who stay loyal with no money or fame. Every scar that we carry is a link in the chain. We may walk different roads, but the code stays the same. Depend on me. Same code, same code, same code, same code. Same code, same code, same code, same code. Yeah. Track rolling. Yeah. He working? Nah. We recording anyway. Always, always, always. Always, always, always. Basement cold enough to see every breath. Cheap mic hanging from a wire near death. Blankets on the wall trying to soften the sound, while the landlord upstairs kept on stomping around. 2 cans on the table and a half loaf of bread. 30 unpaid bills, but the beat stayed fed. You programmed the drums while I sharpened the verse. Every kick hit hard because the hunger hit worse. We got laughed out the club, got ignored at the door. They said nobody wanted street truth anymore. Said our clothes looked old and I sound too raw, but rejection gave the rhythm more teeth in the jaw. You said let them keep laughing, they don't know what we know. Every seed looks buried right before it can grow. So we recorded till sunrise, fingers numb from the cold. 2 broke young men with a story worth gold. Hunger made us listen, hardship made us wise. The street gave us scars, but my brother gave me life. Hunger made us brothers, pain gave us a code. We carry one another down a long frozen road. No food in the kitchen, no faith from the crowd, but we built an underground and we built it loud. Built from nothing, built from pain. Hunger made us brothers. Now the whole block knows real family is the one that stays. when every doorway closed. First show at 12, people 7 came for the bar. Sound man cut the mic like we never got far, but you rapped every line like the arena was full. Taught me pride comes from heart, not the size of the pool. Afterward, outside we divided the pay, $20 and change from the end of the day. You tried giving me yours because my lights got cut. I said keep half, brother, both of us seed or none. That was the law before contracts and chains, before strangers learned our faces and repeated our names, before bloggers called the struggle authentic and deep. We were living that truth when the whole town slept. Now they ask for the story like the pain is a trend, like the basement was a costume we could wear and suspend. But that code lies forever in the bones of the sound. Every record is a shovel digging hope from the ground. I remember when you almost walked away. Your mother got sick and the rent couldn't wait. You said music feels selfish when the family needs bread, so I worked double shifts while you stayed by your bed. 6 months later you returned with the verse, voice heavier, calmer, every sentence immersed. We understood then what the underground meant, not a fashion or a sound. It was where loyalty went. One mic, two brothers, one meal, split with each other. One code, never sell. If one breaks down, then the other stands well. Maybe we never become what the magazines praise. Maybe wealth never enters the rooms where we stay. But I already won when you call me your kin. When the cold tried to end us and we still walked in. Every scar has a rhythm, every loss has a drum. Every night without dinner made the morning still come. So turn the old speakers till the concrete shakes. This is brotherhood music that no industry makes. The basement is gone now, but every time that beat drops, we're back inside it. We're back inside it. We're back inside it. Exit 9. Same place where you left the city. I still stop here sometimes. Not because I expect you to return. I just remember who we were, brother. The basement flooded again last night. Water reached the speakers, almost killed the mic. I lifted every record while the landlord slept. Found your old black notebook that I promised I kept. Your handwriting crooked, every rhyme full of rage. 2 young men trying to escape from a cage. You wrote, when one gets out, he must open the door. I read it 3 times on the wet concrete floor. The block feels smaller since you rode out west. Everybody asks whether the crew still connects. I tell them blood is not measured by miles. Real brothers recognize pain beneath telephone smiles. Mama says you sound tired whenever you call, like the new city gave you more shadows than walls. Do not carry that weight just to look like a man. Strength is asking your brother to help when he can. Write me from the road, let me know you still breathe. Tell me what you lost, not just what you achieved. No distance breaks the code, no silence changes mine. My brother is my brother. Past the county line. Past the county line. Your letter came late with the corner torn through. Said the factory closed and your rent was overdue. You apologized twice for not sending me cash, like your value was measured by the money you had. Do you remember the winter we survived on rice? You gave me a jacket without thinking it twice. That coat was worth more than a briefcase of gold, because kindness is rare where the pavement stays cold. I heard you started drinking just to silence your head, sitting alone with the words that your father once said. Do not let an old wound choose the man you become. You are more than the damage that you came running from. I cannot fight your demons from 1,000 miles, but I can stay awake while you speak through denial. Call me at midnight, call me broken or mad. I would rather hear your pain than hear that we lost what we had. Write me from the road, let me know you still breathe. Tell me what you fear, not what strangers believe. No distance breaks the code, no silence changes mine. My brother is my brother. Past the county line. Brother, brother, brother. I need to confess what I hid from your eyes. The label offered money and I almost signed. They said your name was baggage from a difficult past, said I could reach the top if I moved alone fast. For 1 weak hour I imagined the fame, saw the car, saw the lights, saw the crouch in my name. Then I heard your old verse from the basement cassette. If success needs betrayal, then success is a debt. I tore up the contract in the parking lot rain, watched the ink run black like it carried my shame. You may never know how close I came to the edge, but a brother deserves truth, not a polished pledge. I am sorry temptation made me question the bond, even though I stepped back before the damage was done. Loyalty is not purity, it is choosing what is right when the wrong road is golden and hidden from sight. A real promise is not one you make once, it is one you keep remaking every time life gives you a reason to break it, brother. I heard your son rapping on the phone yesterday. Same heavy voice, but he has something new to say. He talks about college, talks about owning his art. Maybe we ended one cycle before it could start. Tell him the underground is more than dark clothes, more than anger in the voice or the way a man poses. It means building your truth when the market says bend, and protecting the people who were there at the beginning. We never became legends in the magazines, but your son has a father who survived his worst dreams. That is richer than platinum, more honest than fame. A man breaking the curse that was tied to his name.
From the road,
even after we are old,
tell me every truth
that the young never told.
Oh, no distance breaks the code.
No silence changes mine.
My brother is my brother.
Past the county line, same scars,
Long roads,
one bond,
one code.
exit 9.
The snow keeps falling.
But I know somewhere beyond these factory lights,
My brother is still moving.
my brother is still moving. You hear me? They only gave us 5 minutes. Then listen close. I still see that night. I still see that night every time that I sleep. Hear the tires on the road, hear the sirens underneath. We were young, full of anger, trying hard to look brave. Never thinking one mistake could put a life in the cage. You told them it was yours when the questions came down, while I stood there frozen with my eyes on the ground. You carried that sentence like a weight made of stone, so they opened up the door when they sent me back home. But freedom felt dirty when I knew what it cost. Every meal had no flavor, every victory felt lost. People call me the lucky one, said I escaped clean, but the guilt kept replaying every part of the scene. I put money on your books, wrote a letter each week, but no envelope to hold what I was scared to speak. You protected my future while destroying your own, and I hate that my brother faced that darkness alone. You took the fall, but I carry the weight. Every sunrise outside feels a little too late. They can lock up your body, they can number your name, but they cannot erase you from the heart of the game. Never forgotten, never erased. You took the fall. Now I stand for what's both. Till you walk through that gate, I will honor the oath. Do not waste your freedom trying to live in regret. I made my decision and I own that debt. You had a little girl and the mother getting weak. I had nothing but the music and the code that we keep. Do I miss every corner, every night on the stage? Yeah, I feel every year like a mark on the cage. But I will make the choice if the night came again, because a brother is tested when the easy road ends. Just promise me one thing when the record gets played: never turn what we suffer to a lie that gets paid. Tell the kids in the block that the fast road deceives. Every reckless decision leaves a family that grieves. And do not make me holy, I was wrong like the rest. I just stood by the bond that was carved in my chest. Used the years that I lost to create something clean. Build a door for the young where a wall used to be. You took the fall, but I carried the weight. Every sunrise outside feels a little too late. They can lock up your body, they can number your name, but they cannot erase you from the heart of the game. I kept your verse untouched on the original tape. Then played for the block, let them hear what we face. Your mother asks about you every Sunday at noon. Tell her I'm still standing and I'm coming home soon. The industry called, but they wanted me alone. Then reject every deal that dishonors the code. I bought back the basement where we started to rhyme. Turn it into a shelter for the kids doing time. I swear on every scar, I will carry your name. But stop carrying guilt, let it carry the change. One outside, one inside. Still brothers, side by side. Steel and glass cannot divide. One code forever. Till the end of time. Oh, till the end of time. Oh, till the end of time. Till the end of time. You took the fall, but we carry the truth. We will turn our worst night to a warning for youth. They can lock up a body, they can number a name, but they cannot imprison what we built through the pain. 5 minutes ended, the brotherhood did it. Oh yeah, 19 sell a thing. Let's chop it up on the MPC. This one is for the streets. Keep your head up. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Dusty fingers from digging in the basement crates, looking for the perfect loop to change the hands of fate. I ain't downloading the preset from a shiny glowing screen. I'm searching for the history hidden in the seams. I find a forgotten artist from 1969. Take a piece of his sorrow and merge it in the mind. That's the essence of the underground, reviving the deceased, turning vintage agony into a modern masterpiece. We sample the struggle, we loop up the pain and play it through the speaker, standing in the freezing rain.
Digging in the crates to find the soul. Keeping the broken culture whole. Every crackle on the wax tells a story of the past, making sure the underground will always last. Yeah.
Let the vinyl spin. The studio is smoky, the lights are burning dim. We balancing the levels on a revolutionary hymn. The mainstream wants a jingle, a catchy little hook, but we writing heavy chapters in the legendary book. It takes patience to listen, it takes a special ear to find a hidden melody and make the vision clear. The MPC is a time machine connecting to eras, breaking down the walls and conquering the terrors. When I rhyme over a beat that was made with human hands, I feel connected to the ancestors of the underground lands. Listen to the rhythm, underground sound. Bring it back, back, back. Bring it back, 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 back. Bring it back. Listen to the rhythm, underground sound. Bring it back, back, back. So respect the producers and respect the old wax and the lyricists who carry the culture on their backs. We are the guardians of the boom and the bap, navigating through the industry's invisible trap. As long as there's a record player and the microphone, the underground hip-hop will always have a home. We breathing life into the dust, creating something pure for the sickness of the world. This music is the cure.
Digging in the crates to find the soul. Keeping the broken culture whole. Every crackle on the wax tells a story of the past, making sure the underground will always last. Yeah.
Let the vinyl spin. Keep digging. Keep digging. Keep digging. Keep digging, keep digging, keep digging, protect the culture. Peace.
Take it back.
They get 'em. Yeah. They get 'em. They get 'em. They skid 'em. They get 'em. Yeah. They get 'em. I remember when you used to spit the conscious heavy truth, standing right beside me in the dusty isolated booth. We swore to protect the integrity of the raw sound, to keep our heavy footprints upon the underground. But then the major label came with a massive paper check, and you put the corporate collar around your fragile neck. Now you dancing on the televised superficial pop screen, acting like a manipulated, tragic and sad machine. You rapping about the exclusive clubs and the shiny cars, forgetting the brothers incarcerated behind the bars. You traded your holy soul for a temporary fleeting fame, disrespecting the deeply historical underground name. I listened to your new album, it sounds incredibly weak. You lost a profound, exceptional ability to speak. You were manufactured, artificial, walking and talking ghost, serving exactly what the corporate masters loudly boast. Keep the soul, pay the toll, refusing to play the commercialized role. Keep the soul, pay the toll, refusing to play the commercialized role. Keep the soul, pay the toll, refusing to play the commercialized role. They tell you that you elevated, reaching for the bright stars, but you trapped behind the invisible psychological bars. A beautifully decorated golden cage is still a cage, regardless of the massive, incredibly inflated wage. I'd rather be a broke underground unrecognized king than to completely sell out, compromise my morals and sing. The culture is not a cheap, heavily discounted commodity. It is a profound, historical and holy property. You lost the absolute, undeniable street respect, the highly intelligent, revolutionary intellect. I'm holding the front line down with my brothers in the dark, wearing the invisible crown, leaving a permanent mark. The underground is a heavily guarded sacred space for the pure, unadulterated, original human race. I wash my hands and you completely sever the old tie, watching your authentic historical legacy slowly die. You bought a mansion, but you don't even own your own voice. Who's the real boss? Not you. I'm heavily standing my unshakable holy ground, producing the undeniably authentic original sound. No compromises, absolutely no artificial regrets, paying my historical, deeply embedded cultural debts. The underground army is marching incredibly strong, singing the unified, rebellious and revolutionary song. I look at the corporate shiny, superficial platinum plaque, and I firmly, proudly and permanently turn my back. The golden era essence is miraculously still alive, as long as the real, uncompromising soldiers survive. The underground kingdom is permanently etched in the stone. I'm sitting comfortably on the unadulterated throne. Go, 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 go. Keep your advances, keep your advances, keep your advances. Keep your advances. Yeah. Let me get a coffee black, no sugar. Just gonna stand here and watch the world spin for a minute. Yeah. Leaning on the plexiglass, standing by the door, watching the drama unfold at the local store. The homeless man outside begging for a dime, while the neighborhood hustlers plotting the crime. A mother at the counter counting up the heavy change, trying to figure out how to mathematically arrange a meal for a beautiful and innocent kids, while the politicians making their deceptive bids. The neon sign is buzzing up above the wet glass, watching another tragedy inevitably pass. I see the undercover cops sitting in the unmarked car, watching the local dealers operating from afar. The neighborhood is functioning just like a machine, a devastating calculated poverty routine. I take a sip of the coffee, bitter and black, carrying the weight of the city up on the back. Watch the block, read the street, surviving the heavy concrete defeat. Open the eyes, analyze the scheme, waking the brothers from the fabricated dream. Yeah. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Yeah. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Yeah. Wake up. The gentrification is slowly creeping in the zone, erasing the history and everything we own. They raising the rent until the families gotta move, erasing the historical and generational groove. The corner store is the only sanctuary left in the community suffering from systemic theft. I see a young kid walking in with a heavy frown, wearing the colors of the most dangerous side of town. He buys a pack of gum, holding on to a loaded tool, skipping the education, dropping out of the school. I pull him to the side, look him strictly in the eye, tell him that the lifestyle is a fabricated lie. You're fighting over asphalt you will never ever own, trading your potential for a temporary throne. The system wants you dead or sitting in a tiny cage. You gotta channel the intelligence and curb the rage. Watch the block, read the street, surviving the heavy concrete defeat. Open the eyes, analyze the scheme, waking the brothers from the fabricated dream. Yeah. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Yeah. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Yeah. Wake up. I buy the kid a sandwich, hand him a paperback book, telling him to thoroughly and carefully take a look. The knowledge is the weapon that they absolutely fear. It makes the invisible boundaries disappear. You wanna be a rebel? Go and get a real degree. Learn how to build a business, secure the property. We gotta pool the resources, elevate the total net. We owe the ancestors a monumental debt. He looks at the book, puts the weapon in his bag, lowering the colors of the territorial flag. It's just a small step, but the journey has begun. Walking out the store into the rising of the sun. I finish up the coffee, throw the cup in the trash, knowing that the intellect is heavier than cash. The corner store prophet, delivering the holy word, making sure the message of the universe is heard. The whole world is right here on this corner. You just gotta know how to look at it. Take care of yourself, kid. I've seen 3 generations make the exact same mistakes. My job ain't to judge them, it's to teach them. Sit down. Young blood, listen. 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 Pass the torch, light the spark. Got in the youngest. Sitting on the milk crate, observing the block, watching the young hustlers running from the cop. They got the sagging pants and the aggressive attitude, thinking that the universe is owing them gratitude. I look at them and see the reflection of my youth, before the harsh reality delivered me the truth. They think they reinvented how the dirty game is played. They don't know the cemetery where the founders laid. I pull a youngin' to the side, look them in the face, tell them there ain't no finish line inside the devil's race. The fast money comes with a devastating tax. The system is designed to put you flat upon your backs. I show them all my scars, bullet wounds and the burns, teaching them the lessons before the cylinder turns. I'm the designated prophet of the concrete floor, giving out the keys to unlock the heavy door. Pass the torch, light the spark. Guiding the youngest through the dark. Pass the torch, light the spark. Got it, the God in the youngins. Through the dark. I tell them that true gangster is walking away, living so your mother doesn't have to sit and pray. A real man provides without risking his own life. He builds a sanctuary for his children and his wife. I'm dropping heavy gems on the pavement of the street, hoping that my wisdom makes this survival complete. You survive the environment by outsmarting the trap, not by putting extra hollow points inside the strap. The graveyard is filled with the toughest in the town. The quiet intellects are the ones who hold the crown. I pass the torch down with a heavy calloused hand, hoping that the future generation understand I am the bridge connecting the past to the new, wiping off the lenses so they get a clearer view. A stoic philosopher with nothing left to prove, just showing the soldiers the proper way to move. You wanna be a rebel? You wanna be dangerous? Read a book by property that terrifies the system more than any gun. Gun, 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 gun. Read a book. Pass the torch, pass the torch. Light the spark, guiding the youngins through the dark. Pass the torch, light the spark, guiding the youngins through the dark. Guiding the youngins through the dark. Take the knowledge and make it out of here. Bro, I messed up again. They set my bail at $50. Don't leave me in here. I'm sitting inside the heavily fortified, freezing cell. Drowning deeply, heavily in a psychological hell. I got caught up in the middle of a desperate crime, looking at a deeply terrifying historical dime. The associate I trusted heavily pointed the blame, tarnishing the deeply historical family name. I'm sleeping on a heavily rusted, uncomfortable bunk, feeling like a discarded piece of the metropolitan junk. I know I promised you I would leave the hustle behind, but the deeply addicted money heavily altered my mind. The judge is looking at me with absolute pure disgust. I shattered the deeply magnificent brotherly trust. I'm begging you, please liquidate whatever you can. I cannot heavily survive in this penitentiary pen. The walls are closing in, the paranoia is real. You the only brother who knows exactly how I feel. Get me out of this heavily terrifying concrete maze, and I swear I will alter my unadulterated ways. Pay the toll, rescue the soul, pulling a brother from the deepest hole. Pay the toll, rescue the soul, pulling a brother from the deepest hole. I sold the car, I emptied the savings. This is the absolute last time. Listen to me. I'm sitting in the bail bondsman's heavily smoky room, trying to rescue you from the deeply historical doom. I liquidated the assets, emptied the checking account, handing over the incredibly massive heavy amount. I'm heavily exhausted from constantly saving your life, putting my own family through the generational strife. You treating your absolute freedom like a heavily cheap toy, acting like a heavily misguided rebellious boy. I didn't pay this money so you could return to the block. I paid it to permanently shatter the psychological lock. When you walk out these heavily bolted iron doors, you leaving behind the deeply devastating street walls. You coming to work with me, heavily laying the brick, eradicating the deeply manipulative street trick. I am your parachute, but the heavily fabric is torn. This is the heavily magnificent day you are reborn. I owe you my absolute life. I'm heavily, deeply ashamed. I'm stepping away from the heavily treacherous dark game. I work the heavily minimum wage, heavily scrub the floor. I'm never walking through the heavily
be there, bro. I promise. I'll be there, bro. Bro, I promise.
Yeah.
You can't outrun your shadow.
Eventually, you gotta turn around and face it. Time to wash it clean. Wash the hands, clear the soul. Stepping completely out of the devil's control. Wash the hands, clear the soul. Stepping completely out of the devil's control. Rain falling down. Wash it all away. Rain falling down. Wash it all away. Let it wash. I throw the burner phone directly into the lake, leaving behind the empire of the artificials you'll fake. The blood on my hands is starting to slowly fade. I'm exiting the heavy in the terrifying shade. I spent 20 years heavily dancing with the grim reaper, digging a hole in my conscience significantly deeper. But today is the day that I break the heavy chains, embracing the purity of the metropolitan range. I walk through the neighborhood without wearing the vest, feeling the beautiful lightness right inside of my chest. I'm making the heavy amends, apologizing to those that I injured when I was acting as the neighborhood foes. I know that the forgiveness is a difficult thing to ask, but I'm stripping away the heavy and the terrifying mask. I donate the dirty money, I'm building a brand new park, lighting the candle inside of the overwhelming dark. Wash the hands, clear the soul. Stepping completely out of the devil's control. Wash the hands, clear the soul. Stepping completely out of the devil's control. Rain falling down. Wash it all away. Rain falling down. Yeah, wash it all, let it wash. The demons are calling my name, trying to pull me back in, tempting me heavily with the familiar comfort of sin. But my mind is impenetrable, my spirit is solid rock. I'm no longer tethered to the rhythm of the violent block. I'm waking up early, watching the sunrise in the east, finally taming the hungry and the terrifying beast. I'm writing the memoirs, documenting the heavy pain, hoping my testimony can break somebody else's chain. The peacefulness is quiet, it doesn't make any noise. It's a beautiful symphony of the most exquisite joys. I look in the mirror and I finally recognize the man executing the final stage of the evolutionary plan. Redemption is possible regardless of where you've been. You can always be right, the ending you can always begin. I'm standing in the rain, letting the water hit my face, accepting the heavy blessing of the universal grace.
Can't outrun your shadow, but eventually you gotta turn around and face it. Time to wash it clean.
Wash the hands, clear the soul. Stepping completely out of the devil's control. Wash the hands, clear the soul. Stepping completely out of the devil's control. Rain falling down. Wash it all away. Rain falling down. Yeah. Wash it all away. Let it wash.
I'm free. Finally, just let it rain.
They thought the pressure would break us. They were wrong. Let's go!
Against the world with my back to the wall. We rise and build an empire out of every fall. Every obstacle we face puts us in a higher place. Against the world with my back to the wall.
Yeah, we stand up tall and never gonna crawl.
Every chain they try to lock shatters on the solid rock.
Yeah, I woke up with a fire burning deep inside my chest. Ain't settling for less, I demand the very best. They tried to build a cage, tried to tell me how to live, but I got too much heart and a lot more to give. I'm walking through the flames, I ain't worried about the burn. Every single failure is another way to learn. The enemies are watching, waiting for a slip, but I'm steady at the wheel, captain of the ship. The survival of the fittest in the city of the cold. You either fold up or you turn the mud to gold. I'm speaking for the underdogs, grinding in the street, working every single hour just to make the ends meet. They laugh when you at the bottom, hate when you on top, but once this engine starts, it's never gonna stop. I keep my circle small, only loyalty allowed, cause fake energy will bring a shadow to the crowd. So tie your laces tight, put your armor on your back. We moving strictly forward on the one-way track.
Place against the world with my back to the wall. Ooh, we stand up tall and never gonna crawl. Every chain they try to lock shatters on the solid rock.
Never let them see you break.
Everything is what you make.
Take the pain and make it power.
This is our finest hour, yeah, finest hour. Through the fire, we survive.
They keep us fighting over the crumbs on the floor, so we never look up to see who's eating the whole pie. The real enemy wears a tie. Yeah. They keep us fighting over the We loading the heavily modified, dangerous clips. The deeply embedded hatred resting heavy on the lips. Red and the blue colors dividing the deeply broken block, worshiping the deeply destructive, heavily loaded Glock. We fighting the brothers who looking exactly like us, throwing the entire community perfectly under the bus. The drive-by shootings tearing the heavily fragile peace, providing the overtime for the heavily armed police. We claim that we heavily protecting the neighborhood turf, but we heavily acting like a deeply uneducated serf. The territorial pride is a heavily blinding disease, bringing the deeply powerful warriors right to their knees. We deeply distracted by the heavily localized petty beef, operating blindly under a heavily manipulated belief. Follow the money, the bullets stop at the corner, but the profits go downtown. Fighting a war that we cannot see, blindfolds on the heavily broken community. The puppet master pulling heavily on the green strings, while the deeply devastated neighborhood sadly sings. Yeah. The strings. Look at the heavily fortified banks in the corporate suites. They deeply profiting from the heavily violent streets. They heavily redline the deeply impoverished broken zone, ensuring the deeply historical property is never owned. They build the privately funded, heavily massive prisons, creating the incredibly deep in the systematic divisions. We are the inventory, heavily processing, stocked, ensuring the heavily deeply systemic doors remain locked. The real gangsters are heavily sitting in the parliament, passing the heavily destructive, deeply legal document. Once you realize the heavily orchestrated complex scheme, you heavily deeply wake up from the deeply violent dream. We gotta heavily unify the divided tribes, rejecting the heavily deeply
embedded political bribes. Turn a heavily intellectual weapon to the sky, refusing to let the deeply historical legacy die.
Fighting a war that we cannot see.
Blindfolds on the heavily broken community.
The puppet master pulling heavily on the green strings,
while the deeply devastated neighborhood
sadly sings.
Yeah, 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 yeah. See the strings. Strings.
Stop fighting your mirror image. Look up, see who's pulling the strings. Unity is our only weapon.
Move silent, move silent, move silent. Keep it dark, keep it dark. Leave no trace, leave no trace, and leave no mark.
Move silent,
move silent,
keep it dark,
leave no trace,
and leave no mark.
leave no mark, leave no mark.
Yeah, let's ride. Let's ride.
Yeah, yeah. Window roll down, catching the midnight breeze. Only time my mind is somewhat at ease. Memories of the dirt where the flowers won't grow. Now I'm planting my seeds in the concrete snow. Got a pocket full of grit in the mind like a vault. If you slip in this game, it is your own fault. I don't ride with the hype, I don't chase the trend. I just stack my chips right through to the end. Seen the bright lights, blind the sharpest of minds. Leave the weak ones lost in the daily grinds. Ain't no time for the slipping, gotta tie the boots. Taken from the branches, but I nurture the roots.
Stay smooth.
Move silent. Leave no trace, leave no mark. Leave no trace, leave no
Black
mark.
tint, don't flinch, black tint. Moving through the shadows like a silhouette print. Ride, black tint, don't flinch, black tint.
Leave no trace behind, just a cold footprint. Stopped at the red light, looking left and right. Ain't no friendly faces out in the dead of night. Everybody gotta hustle, everybody gotta scheme. I'm just trying to wake up from this American dream. Built a wall around my trust, locked it with the key. Only me, myself, and I in this trinity. When the rain hits the glass, it sounds like a drum, reminding me of all the battles that I overcame and won. I don't need a pat on the back or a shiny plaque. I just need my rear view clear. Keep them off my back through the smoke in the mirrors. I see the truth. I'm a veteran of the block, still keeping my youth.
Stay smooth.
Move solid. Leave no trace and leave no mark. Leave no trace and leave no
Black
mark.
tint, don't flinch, black tint. Moving through the shadows like a silhouette print. Black tint, don't flinch, black tint.
Leave no trace behind, just a cold footprint. I take the long way home just to clear my head. Remembering the words that my old man said. Keep your head on the swivel and your heart on ice. In this game of life and death, ain't no rolling twice. Black tint, don't flinch, black tint. Moving through the shadows like a silhouette print. Black tint, don't flinch, black tint. Leave no trace behind. Just a cold footprint. Yeah. Move silent.
I still leave the passenger side unlocked. Habit, I guess. Some part of me still thinks you might walk out and get in. Yeah. It's seat beside me hold the shape of where you used to ride. Old tapes in the glove box, your handwriting inside. You always chose the B-side, said the truth was buried there. While everybody chased the single, we were studying the rare. We played empty rooms together, carry speakers up the stairs, split the payment into pieces even when it wasn't fair. You could hear when I was lying through the rhythm of my breath. I could tell when you were hurting by the way you wrote about death. But we were young and called it art, never asked what it meant. Thought a verse could heal a wound if the delivery was intense. Then the night your number called me, but another voice appeared. Every engine on the avenue was all that I could hear. At the service, brother stood there wearing silence like a coat. Your mother placed your notebook in my hands beside the road. She said finish what he started, but don't carry all this pain. I've tried to keep that promise every time I touch your name. The seat beside me stays empty, but I never drive alone. Every mile brings back a memory. Every beat still brings you home. We were brothers in the basement before anybody knew. Now the road keeps moving forward, but part of me rides with you. Remember when the power died halfway through the track? You lit the room with candles, said the darkness can't fight back. We recorded through the outage with the city nearly still. That unfinished little demo had more soul than any deal. You never wanted diamonds, never cared about the charts. You said make sure every record leaves some medicine for hearts. So whenever younger brothers ask me how to make it real, I don't teach them how to market, I teach them how to feel. I wish I called you sooner when your messages got short. Wish I heard the hidden warning underneath the tough report. Brotherhood is not assuming that the strong will always stand. Sometimes loyalty is asking twice and reaching for his hand. So I tell the whole crew now, never let the silence grow. Call the brother acting distant, make him tell you what he knows. We preserve more than the music when we listen without pride. Sometimes saving one another is the purest form of rhyme. The seat beside me stays empty, but I never drive alone. Every mile brings back a memory. Every beat still brings you home. We were brothers in the basement, and the bond was always true. As long as these wheels keep turning, I will carry part of you. Passenger, side unlocked, old tape in the deck. Your verse still unfinished, but your message is complete.
They don't need iron bars to keep you locked up anymore. If they control what you value, you'll build to sell yourself. Wake up.
We put the handcuffs on us without using any steel, manipulating everything we see and what we feel, broadcasting the poison right into the living room, convincing young brothers to accelerate their doom. They sell us the designer, sell us the expensive cars, while we statistically behind the penitentiary bars. We fighting over labels, fighting over sneaker brands, while foreign corporations own the title to the land. It's a psychological, invisible type of trap, keeping the original kings at the bottom of the map. I disconnected from the cable, threw away the screen, started reading history to figure what it means. They weaponize the culture, turn it to a product line, extracting all the diamonds from the generational mind. You ain't a boss just cause you spending all your cash. You funding the oppressor while they treating you like trash.
Free the mind, break the chain, washing the programming out of the brain. Free the mind, break the chain, washing the programming out of the brain. Free the mind, break the chain, washing the out of the brain.
I emancipate my mental from the systematic grip. I refuse to be a passenger upon the sinking ship. I talk about the credit index funds and real estate, taking back the steering wheel to navigate the fate. You flexing with the bottles in the VIP section, I'm quietly securing my community's protection. The mind is a terrible and tragic thing to waste. Don't let them dictate your behavior or your taste. The revolution doesn't start with riot in the street. It starts by rejecting the illusion of defeat. It starts when you realize your value ain't a price. When you stop rolling on the devil's loaded dice. I'm a concrete
scholar, dropping knowledge on the track, putting the intellectual armor on my back. We breaking the invisible handcuffs to the ground, ascending to the heavens through the power of the sound. A slave who doesn't know he's a slave will never fight for freedom. Open your eyes, read the fine print. Free the mind, free the mind. Break the chain, washing the programming out of the brain. Free the mind, free the mind. Break the chain, washing the programming, washing the programming out of the brain. Own your thoughts, or they will own you. Own you.
You can keep asking the same questions, but I ain't got nothing to say. Turn the tape recorder on. Let's go.
Sitting in the steel chair, staring at the mirror, trying to use intimidation just to make it clearer. Detective sitting across the table, blowing cigarette smoke, trying to crack the armor, hoping that I finally broke. He sliding photographs of the scene across the desk, looking at the situation, truly picturesque. He telling me he got the evidence to put me away, telling me I'm never gonna see another sunny day. I lean back in the chair, perfectly at peace. I know exactly how to operate with the police. I don't confirm, I don't deny, I simply observe. I got the ice water running heavy in the nerve. You want a confession, you gonna have to dig a hole, because you can lock the body, but you cannot lock the soul. I know the Constitution, I know the Miranda rights. I survived the darkness of 1,000 bloody nights.
You done talking? Good, now it's my turn. Let's talk about the money you've been stealing from the evidence room. You done talking? You done talking?
I know exactly who you are, I know the dirty game. I know you hiding corruption right behind the badge's name. You taking payouts from the cartel on the east side, thinking that the uniform is giving you a place to hide. I got the documents, I got the paper trail secured. I am the disease that your department never cured. You thought you had a pawn, but you sitting with the king. I pull the right string and I make the choir sing. You threaten me with prison, I was born inside a cell. I am the undisputed architect of living hell. Your hands are just as dirty as the killers on the block. You just a hypocrite hiding behind the shiny Glock. I see the sweat forming on your forehead. You afraid, watching all the leverage and the intimidation fade. I'm walking out this building with the smile upon my face, leaving you completely humiliated and disgraced. The streets know the truth, the streets always keep the score. I'm kicking down the hinges of the penitentiary door. I dictate the terms, I dictate the negotiation, ending this pathetic and corrupt interrogation. You wanna lock me up? You better make sure your own closet is clean first.
I want my lawyer now. And until he gets here, I exercise my right to remain absolutely silent. We're done here.
We're good in here. We're good in here.
They looked at this neighborhood and saw a graveyard.
I looked at it and saw a garden. You just gotta know how to grow in the dark. Born in a heavily polluted and a toxic environment where survival is the only heavily required requirement. The buildings are abandoned, the windows are boarded up, drinking the poison from the deeply contaminated cup. The teachers in the school gave up on us years ago, telling us we ain't got nowhere positive to go. The corner hustlers are the only visible role models, while the local alcoholics heavily clutching the bottles. It feels like a heavily designed and inescapable maze, living in the permanent and deeply ignorant haze. They tell you the only way out is rapping or the basketball, otherwise you destined for a devastating heavy fall. The gravity is pulling us directly to the dirt, drowning in a century of heavily historical hurt. They buried us deep, but they forgot we were seeds. Planting the seed in the concrete crack, elevating the mind, never looking back. We're growing through the pain, reaching for the absolute light, winning the deeply intellectual and historical fight. Yeah, watch us grow. Yeah, watch us grow. I refuse to accept the heavily manipulated narrative, finding my own deeply profound and positive imperative. I hit the public library, studying the real estate, refusing to be a victim of a designated fate. You can't choose where you heavily start in the race, but you dictate the finish line in the absolute pace. I built a business from the heavily accumulated scraps, redrawing the boundaries of the socio-political maps. Now I'm hiring the brothers who were standing on the block, breaking the invisible, heavily psychological lock. A concrete rose is the most beautiful flower of all, because it survived the devastation and refused to fall. We turning the heavily toxic dirt into the holy ground, broadcasting the heavily revolutionary and positive sound. Planting the seed in the concrete crack, elevating the mind, never looking back. We growing through the pain, reaching for the absolute light, winning the deeply intellectual and historical fight. Yeah, watch us grow.